Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at Jen's Arty Inclinations, a place to create, share and play. I'm going through the little book that I did for our challenge over at Playing with Paper and Glue Facebook group, and I've gone through and I've filled up my little book, and some of these things gave me some new little ideas that I thought I'd show you how I made. This one I just love. A little very slim pocket that you can sit on the edge of a page. I like this because you've got all that writing space there, you've got that writing space there. But then when you take this out, which is so simple to decorate, it's got this cute little note on the back, which oftentimes I get these strips on the edge, and I just thought what a great way to use them, just to have something else in the book. And it's nice because it all contrasts together. The reason I'm showing you is this is one of those designing for dummies ones. So it's really good for me. All I did was I used some scrapbook paper so that it helped me match the designs, and it's very, very simple, as you'll see. So I'll just move that over there. That's my, prototype, and I'll show you how I made it. Really, really easy. Some of these are double-sided, some of these aren't. I'm just going to guess, no problem. Do I want to cut it all? Yes, I do. So I'm just going to cut across, and then I'm going to cut that way, and I'm going to see that I've already done the wrong size. Status normal, people. Okay, so I'll use my little mat and a knife just to cut the edge off. Find a knife, such an easy way to get a straight edge, just the old-fashioned knife and a ruler, or a little guillotine or a little paper splice. They work just as well. Hey, don't you reckon? That's my thought. Come on. I can hold a ruler, I'm sure I can. This bodes well for how I'm going to do here today, doesn't it? So see, I've cut them to the same size, but now I'm going to cut a little slither off this because I think it's nice if the pocket sits just inside. Yes, because then you can see everything around it. How tall will I make this pocket? I think I'll make it about yay tall. Yay tall. It's a very, very important technical term. It's used in many a highfalutin measuring place. Let's turn that. No. Oh, no. That is the right way. Keep talking to your papers. Eventually, they do what you're asking. Okay, there we go. And I didn't do a very straight edge there. So while I'm here, let's straighten you up too. Let's just get it all done together. Now everybody's happy in the realm of togetherness. Alrighty. Bloop, bloop. Yep, off you go. Off you go. Right, now I'm going to roughly work you out. That's roughly the middle. I'm just going to do a very, very slight little scoop. So now I'm going to ink around the edges of these pieces while I've got them here. Don't need to ink the back of it, Jen. Well, now that's a point. Let's ink it and then see. And you have no idea what I'm talking about. Status normal, hey? You are at Jen's channel. And look, I'd love to thank all of my new subscribers. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you've come back. That's always nice. I hope you found some value. If you're enjoying it, hey, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, maybe that bit. Actually, we'll go this corner. See, talking to yourself, it's so important. It makes such a difference. How wide would I like you? I'm thinking about yay. That yay again, hey? All right, undo, up. There we go. Now you can cut. Let's just cut all the way through, hey? Because this could make a few pieces. I don't want it any taller than this, so I probably want it, I don't know, about yay. Yay, it's the measurement for today. The modern measurement. Yay. Nice thing to remember, if you don't want to actually decorate this yet, leave it like this. Just glue your little pocket, have your little tab in, and then when you're grabbing your next journal, you can add the little fussy cut or sticker or decoration, whatever the piece is you're going to do on top, and it can match the book that you're using. So, and that was something about this book. When I was decorating it last week, I tried to limit myself to just scrapbook papers, ruled paper and book pages, but I tried to limit anything else that I was using because I'm a bit of an eclectic journal maker. So I just thought, that'd make it sort of look like it all went together, and I actually planned it, which I really didn't. All right, so now you just glue your pocket down. And the thing is, this is nice and small, but so thin that it's not going to weigh a page down as you turn it over, which is nice because that's something that can happen sometimes. And then that will just sit in that pocket nicely. And then I'm going to use the wrong side, different patterns. That kind of brings them together if you add a little bit of boldness. Now, on this one, so easy. I just had some scraps. This one might be nice with a bit of a line. What do we think? Let's give that a whirl. So I might slice it. Why not? I normally tear, but we're in a bit of a slicing mood today, so let's slice it up. Gosh, that sounds scary, doesn't it? I remember after the kids were born, it took me I used to watch scary movies all the time. And then once I had babies, honestly, it took me years and years to watch movies and series and all that sort of thing. So you have that as your anchor, and then you add a little decoration on it. So I might just do this little butterfly. If I cut him out, one of the things when you're fussy cutting, you don't actually have to fussy cut around all of the little spindly bits. You can decide. No one will ever know that this butterfly had those bottom legs. And as much as I absolutely love them, to cut out quickly for you guys, well, that doesn't really work all that well. So I'm going to cut off the antenna, which is fine. I'm even cutting off the body, but it all works out. You watch. It'll still look like a little cute butterfly. I love it. He was just sitting on my desk, so obviously something that I snipped out while I was working on something else. And that's my decoration. So that's literally how I'm going to do a whole series. Just a fussy cut with a piece of paper behind it on some planes. So do you see what I mean? How this is one of those design for dummies little projects? Don't you think that is so easy? So then that just sits down into a little book and you've got an instant little piece. And then what I did was I added just a folded strip of paper. But there you go, a little note tag for someone, a little secret note tag that they didn't even know was there. And it's lovely thin paper. That's number one, which honestly, I think that's so cute. Now, let's slice you up. How about we make a slightly bigger one this time? Boom. So that's you. About that. I just eyeball it. Whoops. It's a slippery paper, so let me turn it over. Tip for young players. I think we want you to about there. I've discovered I prefer doing really slight thumb holes because they're easier to get your dauber into. Anything that's easy. That's Jen's motto. Here we go. Let's find a corner. This is going to be the little card that I'm going to slip inside it. I thought that would be kind of cute. So hang on, that's going to be your pocket. So if the pocket's that wide, I'm going to make it a whole thing narrower. So about there. That looks good. And have I got the right one there? Yes, I have. And then you now just put a slither off the side there, just so that it sits really nice and flat inside this. Lovely. For this one, I am going to round the corners. I'm going to go for the middle one. So what I'm thinking is, do you know what? That pocket needs to go lower. Let's do that. There's no reason. To me, it just feels like it looks like it needs to be lower. So I'm going to chop a bit off the bottom. Hello, car. Little car went past the window there. But yes, okay. So it's an interesting blue with the green there. And then you've got this that kind of matches. It's a little bit clashy and I kind of like that. Now, once you ink, it's interesting how that tends to sometimes bring things back together and really smush you. Oh, now, since I rounded those corners, let's round the backing as well. And again, something that just sits nicely into a page. If you're working on a small one, this would probably be the perfect size, to sit in a page on its own. How good's that? And then I'll ink around the edge of this one. I'll try and speed up this inking, or I guess I can just chat to you while I ink because, I'm a fascinating chatter. See, I'm still not sure, but I'm going to go for it. Why not? Let's do a bit of clash. If you've got some blues and greens and then that could pull the whole page together, who knows? I'll let you sit like that. Now, why don't we try Oh, you know what? That would be kind of cool on that as well, wouldn't it? What do we think? I love it. Yes, okay. This is completely different to what I was doing. And let's go that way. So we've got the little tail at the bottom. So let's glue you down. There we go. There you go. Let's stick you down. See, even the tiniest scrap of paper can be useful. Amazing. I love actually decorating from scraps on my desk. Does anyone else love doing that? I think it's great fun. Although a number on this might be good. Yeah, I think that's going to help just bring it in. So let's get you nicely grunged up, and then you can go in the corner, and that will definitely be a lot better. I didn't want you crooked. Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. So there you go. That one just had a little bit more fussing for me to just bring it all together. And then I'll just pop that little piece of paper on the back. Or for this one, I might not do a folded piece. I might just let it sit like that. Hey, how does that sound? Strip of glue. And actually not a bad idea because I added the extra bulk on the front. Okay, got lots of time. Got lots of time to reposition that glue. How funny is that? That's number 2. What else have I got? Oh, I really want to do this one. So this time I'm going to have a go at cutting them all together like that. Voila. And then I'll cut you down. Let's round your corners again. Let's go really small for you. And that's quite cute. I like that. So this time, going the opposite way, might even do the pattern on the front. Who knows? We shall see. Ink, ink. Ink, ink, ink. Better cut my little thumb out. Like not cut my thumb out. That would be quite painful. So I'm just not planning to do that, just in case you got really excited there. But very easily, speaking of which, it's probably quite easy for me to cut my thumb because I am not very cautious. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. All right, come on. Glue up. There we go. Love that thin strip with that needle nose. There we go. That's a bit off centre, but that's fine. Now, I could leave that, and that would be a fantastic base for all sorts of different themed journals, which is a bit wonderful. I think I've worked out what I want to do now. First, I'm going to chop this poor butterfly in half, and then I'm just going to fussy cut a little bit closer around this sticker. There we go. And you just that little bit, well, a lot closer now, closer than what I expected, but that's fine. I think it will still work. Trust me, just go with me. It'll all make sense in a minute. And then ink the edge. That's one of the great little tricks with fussy cutting is inking the edges of your fussy cut. And that can just hide little pieces that you missed. So see how you have a look at those two together. See the difference? Now let's hope I can still get the backing off. And then I'm thinking that you would be a bit cute just there. Alrighty. So one of the good things about white, you can actually, sometimes we avoid buying white things if we're really into vintage. However, you can always recolour it. So that's something definitely to remember. Lovely. I like it. And so then there's one that's completely different to the others. The same style, however, it does look a little bit different. So let's just have a look again. We've got this little one, and that was the one that inspired me to do these others. So it had a little flip-up note on the back that I did from just a little scrap. So this is the first little one that we did together. And that just slips out and there's your little piece of paper on the back. So that's really cute, I think, in any kind of a junk journal. Here's this one. That was the second one we did. And that we have a bit of clashing, which I kind of really like. Now we just added a few little pieces to bring it all together. So that's that one. And then this is the one that we just did now. We butchered a poor butterfly, but I love those little butterflies peeking over. And then we've got that little butterfly on the back. So all the same piece, all the same little theory, all just slightly different, as you can see. So there you go. Thank you again to everybody who's subscribing. If you like this video, please give me a like below. I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know what you thought. And we'll be back another time with something else to play with that I've done in here, because I've got quite a few little new to me things that I just discovered as I went through. So limiting myself to materials that I pulled from meant that I could get more creative, I think, with using them differently throughout. Enjoy! You can like and subscribe below, and as always, keep creating. See you next time. Bye!